Lucy Allan.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and a very warm congratulations to the Deputy Leader for his well-deserved appointment to the front bench. After a rollercoaster few weeks in UK political history, it really is a wonderful opportunity to be able to come here together to talk about the needs and concerns of our constituents. And it's been a great pleasure to have a canter around the United Kingdom as we visited very many constituencies this afternoon. I represent an expanding new town built on the historic East Shropshire coalfield, and it's the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, and throughout its proud history it has embraced change and made the most of every single opportunity that has come its way. And it is a fantastic place to live and work, and it continues to attract new investment, and it is fair to say that it is playing its part with relish in the fourth Industrial Revolution. Now, with a unique urban-rural mix, Telford has an identity all of its own. It has a spirit of determination and aspiration, and it always makes the best of the cards that it is dealt. Telford naturally faces a number of challenges that are often seen in any rapidly growing new town, from a lack of basic infrastructure to pressure on doctors' waiting lists, school places, broadband, you name it. Now, back in early 2013, when I first set out my stall to be Telford's next MP, I pledged to fight to bring down youth unemployment, which was blighting the future of Telford's young people. And so I was delighted as anybody here by yesterday's job figures that do show, according to the House of Commons Library, that Telford's youth unemployment claimant rate continues to fall to record lows. I also pledged to fight to get Telford better connected both by rail and with adequate mobile and broadband connections, which was essential to ensure that business investment and those buying new homes could go about their business in the way that they would expect. Another pledge was to fight for a new critical care centre to be located at the Princess Royal Hospital. A further one was to protect green spaces, and one that was particularly dear to my heart was the challenge of keeping Telford moving. We have a plethora of traffic lights at roundabouts that have sprung up out of the blue overnight when no one could see any need for them at all, causing frustrations and delays. And in the last few years, there has indeed been progress in almost all of these areas, and I'm very proud to keep on chipping away at these local issues that really impact on people's lives. And as my honourable friend, the member for Gloucester, so eloquently said, this is what we are here to do. Now, one area which I can safely say is the most important of all to my constituents is the future of healthcare in Shropshire and what is to become of the A&E at Princess Royal. Now, I have long championed a new critical care unit to join the existing women and children's unit, and it is, regrettably, this one issue in these last 3 years where there has been no progress at all. And as time has ticked by, there has been one missed deadline after another and no explanation whatsoever for it. A final decision was due to be taken in November 2015, and that was deferred again to June 2016, and now I learn this week, July 2016, that it's to be deferred again to some unspecified date in the future. Back in November 2015, NHS England was brought in to keep the project on target, but to no avail whatsoever. The whole process seems to have become paralysed. The clinical commissioning groups and clinicians involved seem completely unable to make a decision. By failing to act, they are in effect choosing to do nothing whatsoever about the future of healthcare in Shropshire. And that is no answer whatsoever to my constituents who have told me time and time again this is the most important issue to them. Now, while residents worry that they might lose their A&E provision, services deteriorate and there is a negative impact on the morale of healthcare workers in the hospitals affected, not to mention the £3 million worth of cost that the Future Fit programme has absorbed in simply not coming to a decision. In Telford, as I've said, we have a very rapidly growing population, and we also have extreme health inequalities. People come to Telford all the time, and it's absolutely right that when they save up and buy their new dream home, that they should expect fundamental services to be available to them. And of course, there's been great progress on broadband and progress on train services and the fantastic news on jobs. But we also need a healthcare provision that is fit for our thriving new town. And I want to use this debate to highlight my constituents' concerns and frustrations that they write to me about on a daily basis. We need a clear timetable for the completion of the Future Fit programme, and we need an absolute determination to stick to it. Now, if NHS England cannot make that happen, then surely the next stop must be the Secretary of State. Now, I'm looking forward to my summer in Telford and that great opportunity to spend time with my constituents that I am so proud and fortunate to represent. And it's with huge thanks to the Backbench Business Committee that all of us have been able to come here today to gather on both sides of the House to debate something that is to debate the focus and put attention on our constituents, because this is what we all do every day of the week, and maybe we don't talk about it quite as much as we ought. And it is a fantastic and very welcome opportunity to highlight that. Madam Deputy Speaker, I wish you a wonderful holiday, and everybody else that is here, I hope you can have some rest from what has been a fanatically busy period in all our lives. Thank you.